Hey friends, welcome to this week's video. We are on the cusp of yet another barbecue weekend. As you guys know, there are a lot of moving parts, there are a lot of moving pieces, a lot of things that are going on for an event like this. And so it can be, the chances are very high of something not going quite the way we expected, right? And so let me tell you about what's happening this week. So this is also kind of hot off the press. We also wanted to let you guys know that we've had to make a change. We were told at the very last minute yesterday to throw away all the potato salad that came in for the barbecue weekend offering. We had to shift gears and real quick and make a change that now we're going to be offering baked beans as a side as opposed to the potato salad. Now, this, of course, it can be met with a lot of worry and you're having to reorganize your schedule. You're having to reorganize volunteers. Like, for instance, the baked beans it's a warm item. It's a hot item. It's got to be prepared that day, as opposed to the potato salad, which we were planning on filling all of those cups in advance, and they're going to be in the fridge ready for us to distribute. But now we're having to shift gears a little bit, try to get more volunteers, because now we're going to need more bodies to do more on that day. So it's kind of the inspiration for this week's video. Did have another plan for this week's video, but I just thought that this was just too good to pass up. I want to reiterate a story in Matthew. Now, a lot of you guys have heard this story. It is where they are on a boat and Jesus is walking on the water towards them. And at first the disciples are like, oh my gosh, it's a ghost. It's, who is this? What is this person? Who is this person? And then they notice that it's Jesus, and they say, Jesus, if that is you, tell us to come to you. Tell us to come and walk it, because he's walking on water. And they're like, what is happening? That's amazing. What a miracle. And they say to Jesus, if it is really you, command me to come and meet you on the water. And so let me read from this. So this is Matthew 14:27. Or I guess it starts around like 22. So Matthew 14:22. Where he says that when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were terrified. It's a ghost, they said. They cried out in fear. Immediately, Jesus spoke to them, have courage. It is I. Don't be afraid. Now, Peter answered him, Lord, if it's you, Peter answered, command me to come to you on the water. He said, come. So that's Jesus. Jesus just said, come. And climbing out of the boat, Peter started walking on the water and came towards Jesus. But when he saw the strength of the wind and the waves, he was afraid and began to sink. And he cried out, Lord, save me. Immediately, Jesus reached out his hand, caught hold of him, and said to him, you of little faith, why did you doubt? When they got into the boat, the wind ceased. Then those in the boat worshipped him and said, truly, you are the Son of God. Now, what happened here? He saw Jesus, he saw the miracle, and he doubted, he started following him. He started having the faith, and he started following him, following what he told him to do. But then something happened. He got scared, and he started to sink. Now, how quickly could this weekend have shifted had we had a different attitude, had we not have faith? Like, for instance, sure, we could freak out and we could be like, oh no, or we could be negative about the fact that we're getting baked beans now as opposed to the potato salad, which a lot of us absolutely love. No, Jake and I had the stance of like, oh, it is what it is. This is God's plan. Honestly, this change and this fear that could have possibly come just had no stronghold in Jake and I's hearts for this weekend. You know what? We're like, nope. This is God's plan. This was God's plan all along. God's probably saving us from something. Again, we don't know what happened to that potato salad, and it doesn't matter. All we know is this is our situation, and we're going to have faith that it's going to go just great. And you know what? It will. We have absolutely that faith. And so again, we will heed Jesus's his words, and we're going to have faith. We're going to have faith. We're going to get through this together. Everything's going to be just fine. The baked beans are going to be delicious. They're Bush's baked beans that we're getting today. And everything's going to be just great. It's all going to work out. And yeah, we just got to have that faith. Love you guys. I can't wait to get through another successful barbecue weekend with you guys. Everyone's going to work hard as we always do. We're going to make it great. We're going to make it awesome. I just know it. I have that faith because God's going to be with us throughout all of it. Yeah, but that's it. Love you guys. Let's have some faith. Let's go through this weekend and have some faith. We're going to have the faith.